30 minutes into their
No racism intended, by the way. I am pretty sure that these are white people, you get me? Because they are the ones that love to do crazy stuff, you know? Yeah.
exploration.
I thought we were being safe here, bro. What do you mean 6 of them are unsafe?
Despite his training, Andrew's
Attila is in unimaginable pain right now, bro.
complete
There was another safe option: walk across it or go underneath. They chose to go underneath, bro. Come on, bro.
immobilized.
This is sad, bro. Secondly, you did not learn safety first method from Cocomelon. You are cooked, my brother.
Decision. He was going in. Box below. Agony exploded through him. His chest burned with every shallow gasp. His limbs ached, refusing to move. Above, his friend stood.
Damn, this is painful. Okay, today we're gonna be reacting to the most painful cave deaths of all time, bruh. No one has died in a cave more than these people in this video, bro. You get me? Yeah.
Cave tragedy. In March 1997, two friends, Andrew and Attila, planned a caving expedition to explore Real Well, a cave in Tennessee with a
Is Attila a girl though? No.
notorious 160-foot entrance pit. Andrew, who was 32, had more experience, having been on numerous caving trips. Attila, 26, was relatively new to the sport, having only visited 5 caves before, but his enthusiasm was
So Attila is a guy.
undeniable. As the day of their adventure arrived, the weather was overcast with light rain, and they approached the cave entrance. The sound of the waterfall
It was literally raining, bro, and you still wanted to continue. This is a real dedication here, bro.
Skating into the pit was louder than expected. Though they had wetsuits in the car, neither thought they'd need them in the cold weather, a decision they would regret later. Despite the intensity of the waterfall, they proceeded, underestimating how cold it would feel and how quickly it would sap their strength. The ropes were rigged in the waterfall's path, and Attila forgot to bring his helmet, a detail he didn't think about in his excitement. Their anticipation clouded their judgment as they began the descent. Andrew rappelled down first.
Why didn't Attila go and grab his helmet, though? He could have survived this situation.
Feeling the sting of the cold water as he descended. By the time he reached the bottom, he was already shivering from the chill. Attila followed, but the water made the rope slippery, and his ascent was slow and exhausting. 30 minutes into their
No racism intended, by the way. I am pretty sure that these are white people, you get me? Because they are the ones that love to do crazy stuff, you know? Yeah.
exploration, Attila began feeling the effects of the cold, his body shaking uncontrollably. He told Andrew he could not stay any longer and needed to leave. Andrew, too cold to argue, agreed and began preparing the ropes. Attila hurriedly rigged his climbing system, using a commercial seat harness, a hand-tied chest harness, and a Petzl ascender. The cap.
Yeah, you gotta be safe. It's important to prioritize safety first, bro. But you gotta take that helmet too, Attila, you know?
His tail was too long, and the shunt, which was meant to act as a backup safety device, only caused more trouble. Attila also connected 6 non-locking carabiners to his harness, an unsafe improvisation that would soon lead to complication.
I thought we were being safe here, bro. What do you mean 6 of them are unsafe? Like, I need well knowledge on this caving stuff, you know? Because I don't understand the thing.
Andrew noticed the rushed setup but said nothing as Attila began climbing. The freezing water made it.
Oh, the cold made Attila rush into making this bad and unsafe decisions. Be careful, children. Safety first, okay? Safety first.
Attila's hands numb, and he struggled with the shunt, which kept slipping and failing to grip the rope. When he was halfway up, the chain of carabiners connecting his ascender to his harness came undone, leaving him dangling by the cow's tail. Attila could not reach the ascender to adjust it. He tried to call to Andrew, but his words were muffled by the roar of the waterfall. When he shouted that he could not continue, Andrew realized the danger and climbed up toward him, determined to rescue his friend. When Andrew reached Attila, he found him hanging limp, his body almost paralyzed by the cold. Hypothermia had set in, and Andrew knew that only a pick-off maneuver, in which he would attach Attila to his own harness and descend together, could save him. Despite his training, Andrew's
Attila is in unimaginable pain right now, bro. Imagine water pouring in your face and trying to call out someone's name. Damn.
Fingers were numb, and the freezing conditions made it nearly impossible to complete the maneuver. After several failed attempts, he realized the situation was too dire, and he tried another method, climbing out while tied to Attila. However, the added weight was too much, and after only 15 feet, Andrew's strength gave out.
Look, bro, he was almost there. Almost there, bro.
Now
Almost.
both were stuck, with Attila slipping into unconsciousness, and Andrew was too weak to continue. Desperate, Andrew managed to swing over to a ledge and unclip from the rope.
Okay, Andrew made it. Let's wait for Attila, bro.
Exhausted, he collapsed, his body shivering from the cold, and passed out. When he woke up hours later, his body was stiff and disoriented. He saw that Attila was still hanging motionless in the waterfall. It was clear that his friend
He slept while his friend was drowning, bro. That's crazy. Watch out for them fake friends, gents. Watch out for
was
them.
gone. Realizing that he could do nothing more, Andrew cut the tether that connected them. With great sorrow, he climbed out of the cave alone. Once outside, he collapsed and called for help. Rescue teams arrived and found Attila's body still suspended in the waterfall. A doctor on the scene confirmed what Andrew already knew. Attila had succumbed to hypothermia hours earlier. In the aftermath, Andrew reflected on the mistakes they had made, the unsecure carabiners, the rushed decisions, and the oversight of critical safety measures.
Safety first. Go and watch Cocomelon. They will teach you that safety comes first.
What began as an
Don't
exciting
judge me.
adventure had turned into a tragic loss. Culverson Creek Cave Tragedy. On the cold
Oh shit. That one looks absolutely painful.
afternoon of
bro.
November 28, 1985, 7 cavers entered Coulson Creek Cave in Greenbrier County, West Virginia. Heavy rainfall had caused severe flooding, forcing them to abandon their original plan
They went in while it was raining, bro. Check the weathers first. Check the weather
to explore
first,
Friar's
bro.
Hole. Coulson, though unfamiliar, seemed like a safer option. The cave featured a 5 to 8 foot wide canyon with a shallow, fast-flowing stream over loose rock slabs. Just 50 feet in, they encountered a massive
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. Maybe all of them will. Not all of them. 6 of them
foot tall
will
boulder
survive.
partially blocking the passage. They had 2 choices: climb over it or squeeze through a narrow gap where the stream rushed
They will try to squeeze. Trust me. They will try to squeeze. For more adventure, bro. These people are crazy.
by. 3 cavers passed safely. Eric Tacey, a 26-year-old experienced caver, led the next group. He chose the left-hand route, stepping carefully through the stream. Just as he reached the center of the boulder, disaster struck. The massive rock shifted. The cavers tried to stop it, but their efforts were futile. The boulder crashed into the narrow corridor, pinning Eric against the cave wall. His left temple and shoulder pressed against the rock, his right cheekbone trapped against the cold stone. His legs dangled beneath him, complete.
There was another safe option. Walk across it or go underneath. They chose to go underneath, bro. Come on, bro.
Immobilized. The immense weight crushed his chest, making it harder to breathe. Panic set in as his friends desperately tried to help. One rushed
How does it crush his chest when the rock is literally on his face? Like, dude, I'm not educated, bro, but I know that the chest is not in the face, bro. This is a chest. Come on, bro. I'm not
out
that
for
dumb.
help, while the others attempted to move the boulder. They pushed with all their strength and used crowbars, but the rock was too heavy. Eric remained conscious for about 30 seconds. Each breath became shallower until his body went still. A small trickle of blood ran from his left nostril, and his pulse faded. One caver tried to prop him up, but the pressure was relentless. The only sounds left were the distant rush of water and the frantic beating of their hearts. At 4:20 p.m., nearly an hour later, rescuers arrived with a hydraulic jack. Time was running out. With combined efforts, they managed to shift the boulder just enough to free Eric's lifeless body. His friends dragged him to a dry spot and immediately started CPR, hands trembling. Minutes felt like a race against fate.
This is sad, bro.
Every chest
It's
compression,
absolutely
every
sad.
desperate breath carried hope, but Eric wasn't responding. His skin turned pale, and though his body was still warm, life was slipping away. Paramedics arrived and took over, working tirelessly for over an hour. At 5:25 p.m., Eric was carried out on a stretcher and rushed to the hospital. Doctors administered IVs and cardiac drugs in a final attempt to save him. Despite all efforts, it was too late. Eric Tacey was pronounced dead, his life stolen by a tragic accident none of his friends could have foreseen. The cave that had seemed like a safer choice had become his tomb. Alcove Pit Tragedy. On September 5th, 2013, Brett Smith and his friend set out for a hunting trip in the remote backwoods
Brett Smith. Oh, that other one is Brad Pitt. Okay.
of New Mexico. The landscape was desolate, vast stretches of dusty rock and occasional patches of forest. They had only basic supplies and a nylon rope for emergencies. Neither was prepared
It is going to rain, trust me, and they are still going to continue with their journey, bro.
for caving. Then they spotted it, a jagged pit, nearly camouflaged by the rugged terrain. Brett leaned over the edge. The opening was wide but tapered sharply down into darkness, about 35 feet deep. Locals called it
Okay, at least it is not raining yet. It is not raining yet.
Alf Pit, a dangerous, unmarked sinkhole known among cavers for its deceptive shape and sharp drops. Brett felt drawn to it. Despite having no caving experience or proper gear, he made a reckless...
You are not experienced. Firstly, you are not experienced. Secondly, you did not learn safety first method from Cocomelon. You are cooked, my brother.
decision. He was going in. His friend hesitated, but Brett brushed off his concerns. He tied their nylon rope, a thin, multi-purpose cord not designed for climbing, to a tree and began his descent. As he lowered himself, the walls closed in. He braced his feet against the rock, maneuvering awkwardly to avoid scraping against the jagged surface. The deeper he went, the tighter the space became. His arms burned with strain as he clung to the rope, feeling gravity's pull with every inch. Then his foot slipped. Loose rocks tumbled below, their echoes deep and chilling. Brett's breathing quickened. He was too far down. Looking up, he saw how high he was. Panic set in. His muscles cramped, his fingers barely holding on. He shouted to his friend that he was coming back up, but his voice sounded weak. Above, his friend panicked, searching for a solution. Desperate, he tied the rope to their ATV, hoping to pull Brett up. As the ATV inched forward, Brett felt the rope tighten unnaturally. He shouted for his friend to stop, but it was too late. Snap, the rope gave way. Brett fell nearly 20 feet, his body slamming into the jagged rocks below. Agony exploded through him. His chest burned with every shallow gasp. His limbs ached, refusing to move. Above, his friend stood
Damn, this is painful, bro. It's
frozen at the
painful.
edge. Silence. No movement. No cries. Only the memory of that sickening thud. Desperation gripped him. He dialed emergency services, his hands shaking. Rescuers arrived quickly, lowering ropes and calling Brett's name. The pit offered no response. When they reached the bottom, they found Brett motionless, his body wedged between jagged rocks. The fall had been catastrophic. His injuries were severe, a cruel testament to the brutal impact. Despite his struggle, he hadn't made it. Rescuers worked to lift his body, carefully navigating the fragile crevice. Hours later, they emerged.
His feet was passing through the wall, bro. Wait. His feet passed through the wall.
Alf Pit stood silent once more, an empty scar in the earth, a reminder of recklessness and
Probably
tragedy.
bad animation.
If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for similar
Okay.
ones and feel
Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and tell me which videos you want me to react to next. Peace out. Peace out. Yeah. Come on. Oh shit.